Cross-border migration has increased a lot in recent years. It includes both refugees who are forced to leave their country and economic migrants who voluntarily leave in search of better opportunities and living conditions on International Migrants Day. We tell you about how migrants and refugees are on the move, their plight and their challenges, which may be the same, but there is a difference between the two. Here's more.
Across the world, millions are on the move all year long. There are more refugees now than the world has seen in decades. A refugee is different from a migrant. The difference marks a crucial distinction for countries receiving the new arrivals. Refugees are people who flee war, violence, conflict or persecution and have crossed an international border to find safety in another country. Often they have had to flee with little more than the clothes on their backs, leaving behind homes, possessions, jobs and loved ones. Syrians fleeing the war are a prime example. Refugees under the 1951 Refugee Convention are entitled to basic rights under international law, including the right not to be immediately deported and sent back. A migrant, however, is someone who wishes to resettle in another country in search of a better life. Not all migrants are refugees, but refugees can all fall under the migrant umbrella. For example, those fleeing poverty in Nigeria looking for work in Europe would not have refugee status, but would be considered migrants. Are migrants processed under the receiving country's immigration laws, and how does it work?
So, depending on if you're in the United States or in Europe, in the United States, the federal government handles all of this. You enter the United States and you can basically move wherever you want in the United States once you get that asylum permission to enter through asylum. You get your work permit. That work permit is for any state you want to work. In Europe, the people are, basically where you land is where you try to stay. But what a lot of asylum seekers try to do is forum shop because it might be a little bit easier to get around.
Compared to a year ago, irregular immigration into the European Union rose by 1/10 in the first half of 2023. Mediterranean routes accounting for most of these arrivals. Till the 25th of September 2023, total migrations to Europe was 199,691, whereas in 2020 it was just 99,907. It is a big unfolding humanitarian crisis. People fleeing their countries to save themselves from getting persecuted or avoiding poverty are being trafficked in the search of what they believe to be a better life. Will the plight of migrants ever end? Or will they continue to chase hope in a never-ending search for home and honor for the rest of their lives?